Hey guys, I'm just popping on very quickly this evening because I'm very excited that a new release of an expansion pack of Civilization has come out today. Been waiting for this one for a while. This particular release is a Rising Storm, and so the Incan Empire is one of the new races in that. I've been trying it out a little bit this afternoon. But in particular, what I wanted to show you, and I'll just go into my game here, is the graphics of the game is really nice, and it's really nice to actually be able to sort of to have this world kind of as it's appearing behind me here. I'm at a stage now where I've got 3 cities, and I'm currently in the classical era. So I'm working my way towards that. You can see up here that I'm at about 325 BC. I've got a couple of galleys, 3 cities. I'm doing okay. I built Stonehenge and the Temple of Artemis. And but one of the things I wanted to share with you was particularly the role of faith and religious aspects in this game, for those of you who might be interested in that. So religion is something that develops throughout the game, and it allows you. Now in this particular one, I've just been a bit inventive. There's a lovely lion figure there, so I've called my religion the religion of Aslan, and my religion actually gives me certain attributes. It allows me to produce a stupa, which gives me extra faith and amenities, as well as being able to build warrior monks. My religion is based on the worship of the river goddess, and so I've got +1 amenities, which keeps my people happy if they have a holy site next to a river. So different religions, you get to choose different things, and the different religions that exist in the world at the moment are Eastern Orthodoxy, which is based pretty much on Eastern Orthodoxy, Protestantism, feeding the world, although they're building synagogues, which is a bit unusual. So there's a bit of license with this religious crafting. But when we look at these bits and pieces, we'll see here that my faith is one of the attributes that develops. So in the top corner I've got my science. I'm getting 9.8 per turn from different buildings. My culture, my faith, my gold, my tourism, which is actually how many people are travelling from one place to another, my diplomatic favour, which is the ability to be able to buy votes from different places, my trade routes, my envoys. My envoys affect my ability to communicate with other city-states that I've met. So, but I want to concentrate today on faith, which actually comes from being able to build within my cities buildings that actually produce faith. So in my capital city of Cusco, I have the following buildings that actually assist me to grow. I've got a Stonehenge building. I've got the Temple of Artemis, which actually also gives me a level of faith development. I'm in the process of building, actually no, I've just finished building a faith district out here, and that faith district produces 3 faith. So that's pretty cool. So if I were to now go across to my second city, you can see that in my second city, because it's surrounded by mountains, is actually producing a lot more faith, 5 faith from there. And so each city has a capacity to build faith depending on the kinds of buildings that have been built in it. And once you've got a faith district, you can build things like temples, you can build other bits and pieces. Now I think, let me just double check this, but I think I may be in a position to be able to build faith units. That's right. So at this point in time, I can build. I can't build any faith units just yet. I don't think I've kind of reached the point where that's possible. Oh yes, I can. There we go. So in Chicuto, because I've got a temple in that space, I can build a missionary. So for the cost of 150 points of faith, I can build a missionary, and I've got 285, so I can do that. So I can build a missionary, and my missionary has a movement of 4, so he can move around the board to different places, and spreads of 3. So a spread is where I can move into another territory and use my ability to convert the people in those spaces to my religion of Aslan. Also, these faith units can fight each other, but they can't get engaged with fights against other guys. So that's a bit about that. So anyway, I'm very excited about this new expansion. There are a number of different empires that can be played, new ones, but also in this expansion, effects such as global warming, massive storms, volcanic eruptions, rising and lowering of sea levels, droughts, all of these things are now in play in this game. So I have to be very careful with my empire and with the other empires that are in the world. At the moment I've discovered the Swedes, the Americans, and the Georgians, and I can negotiate with them. I need to work my way through them very carefully, because not only do I have to manage my own empire, but I have to actually be a good global citizen and make sure that we don't wreck the world in order to win, which I think is an interesting addition to the game. Anyway, that's a quick little look at that. If you're a Civ fan, I'd love to hear from you about how you're encountering the new expansion. If you're not a Civ fan, then maybe looking at the colourful imagery here of the world and the way that it's set up might inspire you to have a go. It's a turn-based strategy game, so the design is that you can do all your bits, and when you're finished you actually end your turn. You move your units around just by pointing and clicking. It's largely mouse based, so it's pretty easy to navigate, to move units around and explore. The fog of war is all this grey bit here, so as I explore the world I see more of the world and discover that parts that I haven't been able to see, so once I've done all my movements, I end my turn, and it goes through a turn cycle where all of the other people have their turn as well. So that's Civilization. It's a fun game, and I'll be keen to hear your feedback. As always, like and subscribe, and I'll catch up with you later on.